So this is Skylight. It's a 27-inch all-in-one smart digital calendar for families, or in my case, it's something that I use in a studio to allow me to keep track of my calendar, my to-do list, and all that kind of stuff. But it features so much more than that, and it's kind of cool. One thing I like about this is from the get-go, yes, you can probably get cheaper versions or cheaper options that do so much more, like YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. But I think for me, this does it well in doing that one thing that it's good at very well, which is being a digital calendar. This is a 27-inch version. It's also available in other sizes, so check out the website. It's Wi-Fi connected, and the smaller sizes are cheaper. The display itself is 2560 by 1440 in terms of resolution. It has anti-glare as well, so that way direct sunlight and all that kind of stuff is not going to affect you. So for example, perhaps you can tell the studio lighting in here, you can't really tell that it's so bright in here. It's easy to use as well. There's no distractions, which is something I really like. And like I said, it does that organization of your life. It does it really well. So there's no entertainment, there's no distractions, there's no YouTube, there's no gaming and all that kind of stuff. All the fluff has been taken out just for it to do that one thing really well. And also it does things like meal planning. So it kind of keeps your life together, organizes the family life together as well. One of the cool things about this is it works with AI. So for example, you get your own Skylight email address, so like a unique ID for this. So that way you can send in like PDFs, Excel sheets, emails. You can forward it onto this, and using AI, it would extract all the information that's in there and set the organization of your calendar for you, which I think is pretty cool. You can have different family members too. You can change access. Honestly, it does a really good job at what it does. If I haven't said that so much already. You can have it mounted vertically, or you can have it horizontal as well. It has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and that storage is used to store things like your photos or videos, because if you get the Plus subscription, which we'll talk about shortly, you can then use that to have like a picture frame basically. So that can be cool in terms of using it as a multi-functional tool. So instead of staring at your calendar all the time, you can have it as a screensaver kind of thing. So wallpaper, so it changes and rotates and all that stuff. We'll have a look as well just in a second. It also has dual 4-watt speaker, and the speaker, no threat, is not for listening to music or anything like that. It's literally so that it plays out notification sound out loud, so you can hear it when something is due or when you've completed a task or anything like that. When you buy this as well, you get 2 options. So this has the plastic frame all around this, which is nice and curved around the edges. It's very easy to install. It's probably a 2-man job because this version is a bit heavier. So when you pick it up and try to mount it on a wall or lift it up somewhere, it might require you to have someone else to give you a hand. But I did this all by myself, and it's just easy to mount on the wall. It comes with all the kit that you need to install it on the wall. It's got a wall bracket and also spirit level on there as well. So that way you mount it really straight and it's not going to be wonky. Even if you try to, it's not going to be wonky. There's also going to be a shadow box version with aluminium frame, so 100% aluminium. It's going to cost around £25 extra or so. Don't quote me on that, but check the website for that. That's coming very soon. But for now, you get this nice plastic frame, which I kind of like. The bezel is kind of thick on this. It would have been nice if the bezel was slimmer. It would have been a lot more, I don't know, a lot sexier than it looks already. So that would have been really nice. And it would have been nice if it came in other colors as well. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't come in other color options. So I would have loved this to be in black, so it kind of like just blends into the environment, so you don't really see it as such, except the actual display itself. But that's just nitpicking. Another thing here is it doesn't support like some sort of like stylus or pen. One thing I'm used to doing is using my whiteboard in the studio and writing manually. I kind of enjoy just putting pen to paper. So it would be nice to be able to just quickly scribble on there if I need to, just ideas or anything like that for studio format. That would be really cool. You can also have magic imports as well. So this supports 2-way imports or communication when it comes to the calendar system with Gmail. Other services, I'm not so sure if it supports 2-way or not. And another thing is I use Time Tree Calendar. This does not support Time Tree Calendar yet. I've emailed Skylight to see if they can incorporate that, speak to Time Tree or something. There's also APIs available, so maybe something can be done in that area for me to be able to link those two together, because I use Time Tree to communicate with my team, and that would make it work so much better, and this would make it even more functional for me. One thing I use a lot is the task function. So if you get to task day, you can see my task for the day. So I can add a new task by just doing plus sign. So I can put stuff here. So I can do Skylight review, like so. So I can put that in there, select the profile that it needs to go to. I can even add an emoji, so I can be like, woo, woohoo, I'm happy today. Put that there. You can have it as different chores. You can have it as a routine as well if you prefer. Put the date, put the time, repeat it if something that you have to do every day, something like walk the dog or something like that. And once you're done, just simply just add it to the list, which is pretty cool. You can see their big emoji there. And then once you've done the job and you think, okay, I've done that task for the day, just tap that and off you go. And then you can tap that one as well. And then I love this little celebration. So it kind of spurs you on to keep doing it and all that stuff. You've got filter options on there. So you can do completed tasks, latest chores, late chores, all that kind of stuff. Your calendar's there as well. And then you can have different days as well. So in terms of adding different days for what you need to do for each day. So for example, tomorrow we're doing our iPhone 17 comparison stuff and iPhone 17 review. So again, it just makes it easier, and I can add that to someone else's chore. If there's multiple people using it in the family, we'll be able to do that. There's no dark mode on here as well. So this is all you get in terms of how bright it is. You can have sleep mode, which sort of takes it away from being distracting. So in the studio environment, when I need controlled lighting, I can put that into sleep mode. So that way it doesn't distract from everything else that's happening in the studio in terms of the light source. And then if you go to rewards, you can see kind of reward you can have for different people. So you can see the setup here and you can scan QR code. This works with a phone app as well. So from your phone app, you'll be able to send tasks straight to this, and it's very quick. So using your phone, you can, same thing I did with the Skylight review, I could do from my phone. So if I'm thinking about it on the go, I can type it in. So by the time I get to the studio, it's there, ready to go. Date and time is always there as well, and weather as well. You can set the weather to do the location. So you can have updated locations. That way, that weather information would always be accurate. And then you got your meal planning. So here you can have your meals planned for up to a few weeks ahead. So that way you don't have to second guess what you're going to eat. So on there you can see egg sandwich, blah, blah, blah. It's all there. You can add recipes as well. You can use recipes to plan your week and all that kind of stuff. I don't really use this bit. You can go through the tutorial. I don't really use this bit because this is more for my studio environment. This is pretty much aimed at busy families where you need to organize everyone. You got kids that are doing different things, different age, different school year, all that kind of stuff. So that way you can all manage together and organize each other's life just in one place. So that way you know what everyone's doing. You can tick things off, have chores and so on. If you go to photos, so you can send photos to this to your Skylight ID. And once you've done that, you can have albums, select them as well. So you can do select and delete or whatnot. So if I just come out of that, and then once you've done that, you can have a look at it here as well. So one thing I didn't like is the fact that it just centers it. It doesn't readjust the image to fill the whole screen, which is fine, but it just means you have to take landscape photos for that to fill the whole screen. So I could easily just rotate that one, for example, in my photo settings and then resend it back. And then you're good to go. You can send videos to it as well. And then you got your lists options. You can have grocery lists. My to-do list is on the side there, as you can see already. So this is old. So I can just tick that off and say, okay, that's done or that's not done and all that stuff, which is really cool. There's no a quick undo on here, which I can't spot, unfortunately, but it'd be nice to be able to quickly go back and undo stuff. You can color code it as well. So you know exactly just at a glance what you're doing, and you can color code on the calendar as well. So again, it helps you to quickly look at it and go, yellow is someone traveling, red is someone that needs to do their own work. All that stuff is really there. Sleep mode is there at the bottom. And then in settings, you can see all kind of stuff you can do, like your wireless connectivity, text size, brightness levels. You can have auto brightness as well. And go to calendar settings. You can see there starts on Sunday, all the color schemes and different things for color code when your week starts. Going to photos, this way you can do photo screensaver. So you toggle that on and you get to go chronological order, blurred background. So when you have those odd orientation of photos, you'll be able to have blurred background. So you got show vertical photos side by side. Maybe that's why I should have ticked actually for the side by side. And then it probably looks better rather than the blurry background. And then you got your reminders. So you can see what you can do reminders there. But it's pretty straightforward, very easy to use. And like I said, it does exactly what it says on the tin, but it does it really well. So some people might say, okay, you have to pay extra for subscriptions, but the subscription, you don't need to actually have all the stuff working on here. The subscription just gives you things like that wallpaper feature, for example. So you can buy this one off and don't have to worry about paying for subscription down the line. You might say, okay, I could get Amazon Echo 21 or Account 12 or whichever one they've got out at the moment. But actually that does a lot more. Yes, it costs a bit less, but it's just distraction because it has so much more going on there that you don't need to focus on literally just organizing your life. But the option's there. No one's forcing you to get this. So you got the option to go for that or go for this one. Is entirely up to you. But if you have the resource or the space to put this, The 27-inch one is really cool. There's 15-inch as well, I think, and also the photo frames as well. So if you want to have a look at their website, check it out. This is not sales pitch or anything like that. It's just literally pretty cool. I've been looking for something to replace my whiteboard with, and I think this one would do it. I'm just waiting for them to have the time tree integration. And then also, I would love to be able to write on this, but I guess that's probably something they can bring out in the next iteration. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Would you get one of these, or would you rather invest in options from Amazon, for example? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, and if you have any questions, drop them there as well. And don't forget to subscribe.